Hi, so my name is Katie Dodds. I got assigned Poland as my country, and I'm going to start off talking about its culture, art, and literature. So, first of all, I want to talk a little bit about its art. Something that is really big for Poland is it's a painting on, I guess, a piece of wood, and it's called the Black Madonna, and it's a darker skinned woman who has two scars on her cheek, and the Poland people believe that it was painted on a panel that came from the table used by the Holy Family within the church. So people in Poland and of the Polish culture believe that if they go and they pray to this Black Madonna woman painting, whatever you want to call it, they believe that the prayers will be answered. And there have been instances and stories where this has actually happened and miracles have been performed, and people from other cultures have heard of this and they travel to pray, and it's just this really big thing, and it's the most famous religious icon within the Polish culture. The other thing I'm going to be talking about is the culture itself. So there are a couple really big holidays that the Polish culture celebrates. First of all, 95% of the population is Roman Catholic, which is super important because a lot of traditions anywhere in the world happen within the church. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day are super popular because they are taken, the celebrations are in really large cities, and they take advantage of how big it is, and they light, they have festivals where they light Christmas trees, couldn't think of the word, and they string lights, and the whole community comes out together, and the beginning of Christmas is a time of fasting for them, and they give up some of their favorite foods, but then there are like these masses that are held, and if you don't know what a mass is, it's basically like a large gathering where you get to come out of your home and you eat, and you don't have to give up those foods anymore. So basically, Christmas Eve is super important, and it is known as, I don't know how to say that, Vigilia, and it's basically a time where they feast, and then after dinner they get to open all their gifts, and then they go to midnight mass, and it's like a church ceremony for eating and celebrating and just talking. So the other things that I'm going to be talking about is how Texas culture is influenced by this. So I definitely think that because of where Poland is located, the geography, a lot of the traditions of like the women in the church when they get married wearing the flower crowns and the men wearing the white handkerchief, I definitely think that those types of traditions have maybe not necessarily rubbed off on Texas culture, but it's definitely something that has rubbed off like around almost the whole world. And it's just when you get married, women wear the veil, men wear the handkerchief, and it's this big type of like tradition to celebrate you joining your life with someone else, but also being traditional in a sense that you are honoring your loved ones. Another thing that I really, really liked is it said that Poland celebrates All Saints and All Souls Day, and I know that that is really popular in Texas culture, considering that it's a time when you light candles and you go to the grave sites, and you believe that this day your deceased loved ones can come over and visit you. So that's definitely a very big part of Texas culture. The other thing I definitely think is a part of culture is Easter. So Poland celebrates Easter, and they believe that it's this huge celebration where they get to dye eggs, and it's this whole week filled with traditions and special events and church services. And I know that in Texas that is a huge part of our culture. But anyway, that is Poland, and that is my video. Thank you for watching.